Louis Vuitton, what are we gonna do? Is it Vachetta? Is it Vachetta? Is it Vaquette? Is it Vachette? Vaquita? Vachita? Vabita? Vegeta? What is it? We're gonna get to the bottom of that in this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Here on the tubes, push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today, get access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon. Super Dacob for extra perks as well. Thank you to all my members and patrons who have already pledged. You guys. Oh my gosh, every time I call this leather here, this kind of not treated leather that runs, for example, here on this gorgeous specimen of a pochette accessoires in monogram canvas that I have named Petunia. So this is Petunia. Say hi to Petunia, everybody. Petunia has quite a bit of Vachetta leather. Now, whenever I call it Vachetta, you guys kind of in the comment section, some of you, the ones that don't know, some of you kind of correct me. Say, it's not Vachetta, it's Vachetta. I'm gonna explain it to you. I've done it in another video, but I thought to myself, let's do a dedicated video just to this so that once and for all, we can clarify how the frick to pronounce this, okay? And let's do this together. So, when you purchase these little baglets, right? Or whatever product from Louis, it usually comes with a little note inside. You know, it comes actually with a kind of like a scannable thing that they use for the cash register for you to pay with the designation of the product you're buying. But then it also comes with this little tag. And the tag describes the materials that the product is made in. In particular, we have here the pochette accessoires. It comes with this little tag. Now, by the way, purchased in on the Louis Vuitton online shop, and then I let this one ship to the Louis Vuitton shop, and I picked it up from the Louis Vuitton shop. But I purchased it on the Louis Vuitton website. Yes, from time to time, the pochette accessoires does become available. Check out my unboxing video to find out all about that there. It does become available online. It's rare, but it does become available. So this little thing comes inside here, and this actually gives us the solution to this long-lasting, ongoing enigma. Is it Vachetta? Is it Vachetta? What is it? Well, one side is in English, and the other side is in French, right? So Louis Vuitton gives us the exterior of the bag, and then what's the material. It gives us a description of what the interior is, and it gives us the description of what the trim is. Now, the trim is the leather that was utilized for this baglet. And because this is such a tiny little thing, I took photos of it so that we can zoom in. And here is the English side. And yeah, fingerprint magnet here, sorry for the blotchiness of it all. Doesn't matter. Anyway, you can bear with me, you guys. So I have photographed the English side of the little cardlet. And if we read, let me zoom in. Exterior coated fabric, interior synthetic textile, trim, Vachetta leather. Look how it's spelled. V-A-C-H-E-T-T-A. This is an Italian word, you guys. This is not a French word. This is an Italian word, okay? With an A at the end. V-A-C-H-E-T-T-A. Vachetta. And I've said this in other videos before, but just for those of you who do not know me, who haven't seen my videos in the past, I do speak Italian amongst many other languages, ok? Quindi, se vogliamo parlare in italiano e riassumere il tutto, possiamo anche farlo. E ve lo dico qui ed ora, che se scrivete Vachetta come V-A-C-H-I-E-T-T-A, è Vachetta. Quindi facciamo di nuovo. V-A-C-H-E-T-T-A. Vachetta. That's the way you pronounce it, okay? So, take it from somebody who speaks Italian. That's how you pronounce it. It's not Vachetta or Vachita. It's Vachetta. Period. But looky, Cookie, cookie. If we go to the other side of the little tag, which I also photographed here, this is the French side, okay? On the French side of the little paper note, let me zoom it in. We have on the top it says extérieur, which means the exterior. Textile enduit or enduit, I'm not so sure about the last T. Intérieur, textile synthétique, the synthetic textile. And then the garniture, which is trim. In this case, trims, the plural, they did. Cuir, which means leather. Of. How is it spelled in French? V-A-C-H-E-T-T-E. Not A. Now, if you spell it like this, then you have to pronounce it vachette. Vachette. Not vachetta. There's no A. It's an E at the end. And you have to say cuir de vachette. Vachette. Not vachetta. I'm sorry. For all the Americans who love to conquer the world and think that everything works only for you and everything functions only for you and the world rotates around you. Sorry, boo-boo. Hate to break it to you. That's not how the world works, okay? As much as you would want it to work that way, it doesn't. So if you're going to spell it with an A at the end, it's Italian, vachetta. If you're going to spell it with an E at the end, then it's French, it's vachette. But it is never vachetta or vachita. Never. Never, ever, ever. Never. Now, if you want to Americanize the Italian word vachetta, like a lot of you really like to Americanize the word latte macchiato. Do you know how many times I've heard Americans call it latte macchiato? The times my ears have fallen off. Oh, don't do it, people, okay? So, we have vachette in French, vachetta in Italian, and you can choose either vachette or vachetta, but do not call it vachetta. Now, you can call it vachetta, just like you erroneously often denominate the brand Moschino as Moschino. Also, very wrong. It's Moschino. You could check out my entire collection of videos that I've done on my channel in the past years, how to pronounce Italian brands correctly, also how to pronounce French brands correctly. The French brand's correct pronunciation is done with a friend of mine who helped me out because he is native-born Parisian French. But for the Italian brands, of course, I did it myself. You know, as Julia Fox would say, I did it myself. Yeah. So, Julia Fox, un'altra italiana, perché comunque anche lei parla in italiano. So, you see what I'm talking about here? Vachetta. Guys, don't embarrass yourselves. Say it how it's said. And if you feel embarrassed to pronounce it correctly within an environment where everybody else pronounces it wrong, because that does happen as well, in that case, fine. If you feel like you don't want to be that person that corrects everybody else and then you think they're all going to laugh at you because you don't have the credibility necessary to teach them and educate them, well, then the group of people you're together with is the wrong group of people to begin with. Food for thought, food for thought. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to learn more about fashion, subscribe. Never give up on love. Bye.